Are you a professional pillow fighter? Or a 9-to-5 low-cost time travel agent? Or maybe real estate sales on Mars is your profession? It doesn't matter. Whatever it is you do, however complex or intricate, Monday.com can help you organize, orchestrate, and make it more efficient. Monday.com is the one centralized platform for everything work-related. And with Monday.com, work is just easier. Monday.com, for whatever you run. Go to Monday.com to learn more.
Well, I don't see the point in waiting any longer. So let's bring her out. The star attraction, the one you came to see. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Miss Judy Gold.
Now, you graduate
Yes.
Johns Hopkins.
Yeah, barely. Yep. I graduated.
And do you know you're going to do stand-up at that point?
Do
or
I
do
know
you
I'm going to do stand-up?
are your parents like,
Scott,
you need to get a job?
Well, I truly wanted to drop out sophomore year. So this happened
Because of this comedy bug?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This happened, I'm trying to get the timeline. 2005, January
Right.
28th, 2005 was the first time I did stand-up. So it's summer of 2005, I was working for like camp, and I was kind of traveling. I
Right.
didn't do a lot of stand-up. 2006 summer, I moved into the city for a few months.
Right.
And I really, for the first time, got immersed in the stand-up scene here.
Right.
Started going to the alt shows downtown, going to Rafifi.
Right.
Meeting people, hosting an open mic at Otto Shrunken Head.
Right.
Like getting into it and thinking to myself, wow, like this is happening. And I was like, I want
I'm in it.
I'm
Yeah.
in it, and it's happening now.
Were you making
And
any
I'm-
money?
Oh, of course not. No.
How'd you support yourself?
I mean, I was still in school. I mean,
Right.
I was a student, and I was just
Right.
I was living in NYU dorms. I mean, I
Right.
think mom and dad were probably paying
Right.
the rent on that.
Ding,
for
ding,
3
ding,
weeks.
ding, ding. Yeah.
But I was working. I worked at an ice truck. I was delivering
Right.
ice. I was doing odd jobs. But the point is, this was my first taste of what was happening, and I told Eugene Merman actually.
I love Eugene.
Yeah, I was such a big fan. I bought his album from him.
Right.
I remember, and I said, Eugene, I'm still in school, but like I want to quit. I want to move here. He's like, no, don't do that. Finish college, get your
Right.
degree. Like,
He's a Jew. Ding,
yes,
ding, ding.
and
Yeah.
so he told me, and my uncle told me, and everybody said, just have something to fall back on. Have something to fall back.
That's
have
a
something to
very
fall back on.
Jewy,
It's such
yeah.
a Jewish thing. Like, let's talk about Jewy phrases, can we? Can we digress? Because having something to fall back on definitely
Right.
counts.
Jew.
I think this is the most Jewish phrase of all time.
Go
Ready?
ahead.
To be seated away from. Just the phrase seated away from.
Seated away from.
Seated away from. Like,
Right.
my mom needs to be seated away from the door.
Right.
She
right.
can't be
That is a very
It is
Jewy,
only
especially
Jews
in a restaurant.
In a restaurant. Also, like, Melissa isn't talking to Marsha. We
Right,
can see her away
so
from
you have to
Michaela
see
at
it-
the wedding.
Yes, that's good.
Like, that is...
Ding, ding, ding.
Can you think of, like, these are only unique to Jews, I feel like.
Right.
But definitely having something to fall back on is also one
Yeah.
of them.
Wait, what's another good?
Yeah.
Great. Now we're at a
great,
complete
great,
stop.
great. Well, we have two.
All right, and you can write in and
We can write,
yeah.
yes.
Okay.
We'll fix that in post.
All right. So you do the 3 weeks, and you're like, I'm a fucking comic.
I didn't consider myself
Right.
a comic yet. I mean,
But you were like, this is it.
But I really was getting into it, like, going. This guy Josh Filipowski. I don't know if you ever crossed paths with him.
No, is he a Jew?
He is possibly.
All right.
you and Gilbert
I'm
Godfrey,
so
you only
upset.
care about Jews. I love it.
He's not. Well, all right. Go ahead.
What were you say about him?
Oh wait, this one because I don't think he's that Jewy.
Gilbert?
Dinner bell.
But he's obsessed with Jews.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's see. Service bell.
So he was doing these shows in Westchester. Another Westchester guy. Like to Laugh was his you probably you never did like a Like to Laugh show. He had shows at Botanica Bar. He did that.
No.
He did the tournament at Caroline's, like the March Madness comedy tournament. Anyway,
No, I will. No,
whatever.
I don't.
So hey,
Oh yes!
we got it.
All right, go ahead.
So he would drive me in. We would drive in together like late at night.
Right.
Do these 2 a.m. open mics at the Village Lantern. Like horrible.
Yeah,
late night.
that's
open
what
mics.
you have to do.
That's what you do. But I was so in love with it, Judy. Like I was
Right.
like. I was never
It's
up this late. I
intoxicating.
wasn't even up this late in my
Right.
life. I'm staying. I'm in Westchester's, and I'm going in the city down in the Village.
Right.
Where it was still kind of dangerous, like 2006.
Right.
People were going, X, weed, coke, and I'm like,
Right.
yes, please. No, I didn't do any drugs,
Right.
but I was just doing 5 minutes in front of like completely disinterested tourists /
Right.
other comedians. That's all those open mics are full of.
Right.
And then I started to realize, okay, the best case scenario, some other shitty comic steals my joke.
Right.
Like, that's what's happening here.
Right.
I'm not getting any better. I'm not learning anything about myself. So I sort of stopped. I really don't. My whole stand-up thing, I'm doing more of it now. I'm trying to get back into it, really. But I was very sporadic.
Wait. Oh, fuck. What happened?
No, did we lose it?
No, it's going. Go ahead. Sorry.
I ended up moving into the city after school. I finished school 2007.
Right.
And I lived with 2 other comedians and did
Who
the
were
open
the other
mic thing.
comedians?
Sean O'Connor.
No. I love Sean.
You know Sean?
Yeah.
Sean and Nick Maritato, who's
No,
still
not
stand-up
Jewish.
now.
Okay.
Neither of them are Jewish, but we were living in Bushwick, like living the really broke comedian life. But it was
Bushwick is Jewish.
Oh,
yeah.
my landlord definitely was.
Uh-huh.
Shlomo.
Okay. That is so Jewy. All
Yeah.
right.
But anyway, I did the open mic thing for like those 6 months, and I just
Right.
got burned out. I mean, I was up late. I was up
Yeah,
we'd be out
it's
till 3, 4 in the morning,
exhausting.
just party. I don't
Right.
party. These guys are drinking and
Right.
doing who
I
knows
know.
what.
Then they go to bed at like 6
yeah,
in the morning.
and wake up at noon or 1. It's
Right.
like, I had this temp job, and I was just trying to
Right.
figure stuff out. So I sort of put that on the back burner and tried to do this talk show, and that, which started as 12 Angry Mascots, a sports talk show,
Right.
ended up being Running Late with Scott Rogowsky, which
Right.
ended up
And how did you bring your father in?
because no one else wanted to do it.
And he was so into it?
Yeah, I mean, he just wants to spend time with his son,
Oh,
kiddo. Yeah.
this thing sucks. I have to hit it like 100 times.
You might. This is one of those instances
But
where
wait.
it might pay to get an actual bell.
What about Neil? I had a
Neil
real.
Janowitz.
I had a fucking bell, but Hennessy didn't show
Neil
up.
Janowitz, the half Jew,
Why is he only half?
because his mother isn't
Fuck. That means he's really
half breed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Neil Janowitz, or maybe his mom is his dad. I don't know, but he's
No, Janowitz is a Jew
Janowitz.
name.
Well, it
yeah.
could be Polish. So
Whatever.
anyway, Neil was my 12 Angry Mascots co-host / co-producer.
And you did this at UCB?
we did that at UCB for one show. That was our very first show.
Right.
UCB's Jewish too.
I just wanted to hit it and see if it worked.
Yeah, the B stands for Berg. I don't know. So there was a
Yeah.
that was a show we did for 3 years. We did the first one at UCB, then we ended up going to comics. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah, I like that club.
Yeah, it was fun, and they paid too well.
Whatever happened?
They paid
yeah,
too well, and
paid
that's
too
why
well.
they closed.
It was a nice club.
And then we went to Gotham for a few shows.
Yeah.
and then we went to the Pit.
You did. I did it at Caroline's.
Oh yeah, that was Running Late. So that was the
Yeah.
Running Late show.
Yeah.
We stopped 12 Angry Mascots in 2011 and did Running Late in October 2011. That was me on my own.
So you had Darrell Revis,
Terrell Rivas.
whatever.
Why are you
Isn't
bringing
that
this stuff
good?
up? You don't even care. You don't
David
even care.
D. I do so. You
can't
had
even
like
pronounce him.
Shut the fuck up, Darrell Revis and David Deal
David Deal, exactly.
from the Giants. And
Right.
you had some baseball players
I
on as
had
well.
some
How'd you get
athletes.
these people on your fucking show?
So that was Neil doing his. So Neil worked at ESPN the magazine. He was an editor there
Neil Janowitz.
Janowitz.
Yeah.
with editor Gary Belsky and Neil Fine, double
Right.
Jew. So they
Yeah.
were, he had the sports contacts. I love how much glee you get out of
I
this
know.
stuff.
It's fucking the other one's
He had the
better.
sports contacts. I had the comedian contacts, and we sort of molded the two together and got 12 Angry Mascots. We'd have comedians do sports jokes, we'd do
Right.
sports sketches, and then the interviews with athletes. That's what that show was.
That's great.
Yeah, and it just didn't catch on.
Yeah, but you did it for
We
a
did it
long
for 3
time.
years. We tried for 3 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, but Running Late, but doing it for almost 7 years. That's
so,
the show
but
you did.
did that because they asked you to do a show, right?
No,
The Pit?
the Pit said, "Hey, come do 12 Angry Mascots at our show," and then we were actually the very first show at the new Pit when they opened on 24th and
Right.
Lex. They
I
moved
love
over.
that place.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
That's a good piece of trivia. We were the first show in that space was 12 Angry Mascots.
Wow.
And then when that ended, I talked to the director there, Jeff. I said,
Jeff who?
Lapine. Just leave it. Just leave it.
I just had to.
Just
All
leave
right,
it.
sorry.
I took the summer off. We ended 12 Angry Mascots in April, and by October, I'm like, Jeff, I'm getting a little restless. I want to do another talk show.
Right.
Can I do my own thing? And I had the idea for Running Late, this name, Running Late. I thought it'd be a fun
Right.
show, a fun show title. Let's do it. He's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So did that October 2011, and that is now at the Gramercy Theater, where last month we had, I don't know, David Cross, Paul Rudd.
Wait. Go ahead.
Yeah, Nico Case performed. She's not Jewish, but
I know,
she was
but I wanted to hit
an
it.
amazing performer. So
Wow, you get
yeah.
like amazing
Paul
people.
Rudd and David Cross and Nico Case.
So
on one
wait,
show.
I did a fucking shit show. That is what you're saying?
You did. Who else was on your show? You did a good show.
I don't remember.
Was Vincent Pastore on that one?
Probably
From Sopranos?
From Sopranos. Yeah.
He might have been on that one.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's like
Is your father
it took
still
me
on
5
it?
years to get Paul Rudd. Like I've been
So what?
bugging him for 5 years, but That's what
Is your father still?
My father's still doing it. Yeah.
And he doesn't say anything anyway, so.
He doesn't say much. No. But he's there for.
He probably he
gets
gets such nachas
such
from
knockers.
you.
He just sits there and beams.
Oh,
He gets
doesn't
one or
that
two
make
lines
you
in per
happy?
show. Yeah, it's great. It's great. And also,
Does your mother ever come?
she comes every time she can make it. You know, she had knee surgery recently.
Oh, I did that. I had a knee replacement. Yeah.
She had double.
Yeah, I was
knees.
gonna do it, but I didn't. I
She's
said
had
no.
both knees replaced now.
Ugh, it's the worst.
It's the worst. And having MS on top of that.
Yeah, makes it even. Ugh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
So, and is late night
Can
online?
I do my MS joke?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're gonna love this one.
Go.
So my mother, I can't believe it's been 47 years since her doctor told her that she had MS, multiple sclerosis. She's actually diagnosed with singular sclerosis, but Mom had a coupon that day, got 2 for 1.
Yay! Multiple.
Multiple.
That's a math
She got
joke.
a coupon. It's a coupon joke.
Is she okay?
Jewish
Like,
mom.
is she?
She, she's a Jewish mom, so she's not okay. She's mentally ill on top of MS.
Yeah, but
Oh.
MS causes mental illness.
MS causes mental illness. Well, I think the Judaism causes. Here's my theory, and this may offend you as a Jewish woman yourself,
Yeah.
but I think Henry would agree with me because I've dated a lot of women, dated a lot of Jewish women, some non-Jewish women. Every Jewish woman I've dated, they're wonderful people, sweet people,
Right.
but they're all mentally ill, Judy.
Yeah.
They all have
Hello,
something.
because we're all inbred.
Either there's like just a crippling anxiety,
Right,
a
right.
depression, a neuroses, and it's just like an eating disorder, whatever
Right.
it is. There's
Right.
something.
It's hard.
And meanwhile, the goys, the Gentiles, are just the simplest.
Right.
No
they're simple.
issues. No
Not
fights.
all of them, but they drink.
But their problem is they don't know who the Coen brothers are.
right.
They don't appreciate the films of Woody
Right.
Allen. Like they just
you
don't
need
get.
to be stimulated.
Yeah. It's like I can't date people.
And
who,
your sister already fucked it up, so you have to marry a
Right.
Jew now
It's like you have
because of
to
Jonathan
have,
Fraser.
Right.
Is late night is online?
Running late show. Is,
Running
is
late.
on. Yes, we have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/running late show. Yeah.
Great. So here you are. You're doing your show now. How are you making dinero? That was Spanish. by the way.
Dinero.
Yeah.
I all this. You mean the last 10 years?
Yeah,
I
no,
wasn't
no,
making
like-
much.
Yeah. No.
Before
but,
HQ, you mean?
Yeah. So at this time, do you have another job, or are you just living
I'm
off?
doing all sorts of jobs. Yes,
Right.
I'm doing blogging, professionally blogging. I'm doing I'm making videos,
Right.
producing videos for ESPN, Comedy
Right.
Central, Playboy.com.
Right.
Yeah, I have no morals about this stuff.
Right. You just have to make a
Just
living.
make a living.
So
And
you're working so you could do your craft.
working through my craft, but really not making a lot of money.
Right. So
I
then
just upgraded to Premiere Plus checking today.
really,
Yes.
congratulations.
They're like, you could upgrade your checking
Right.
account. I'm like, really?
Wow, because you have to have
You have to have a certain
minimum.
minimum balance. I'm like, oh, nice.
Good for you.
Maybe I'll open a savings account too.
Wow.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with a Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
You eventually get frustrated and decide you're going to move to Los Angeles.
Right. After 10 years of this,
And what are your parents saying during this?
they're saying to themselves, okay, all right, we'll see. They're supporting.
All right.
But they're
let's
getting
do
nervous.
All right, let's do a typical phone
Getting
call.
nervous.
All right. Typical phone
Typical
call
phone
from
call.
you. Hello?
Yeah, well, I call. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, they have me on this like Pavlovian thing. Like I have to call them now every day.
Right, you have to. It's
Every
true.
day.
All right, so I'm your mother. Okay.
Hey,
Hello?
Ma. Hey.
Hey, Scotty. How are
I
you?
mean, it's not that bad.
No. Hey, Scott.
Hi, Mom. How are you going?
How's everything doing?
Everything's good. Everything's good.
Good.
Just,
You working?
good show. They go, good show. I mean, I call them after the shows usually.
Right.
after
How was the
HQ.
show?
Show was good, and they play too.
No,
you know.
this is pre-HQ.
Oh, this is pre-HQ. Okay.
Oh, my
I
God.
can't
We're leading
remember.
up
I
to
can't
you
remember.
wanting
Okay.
to move. All right.
Okay. So,
Hello?
hello. So, did you hear? Do you remember? Bill Wybell? Do you remember Bill?
No. Bill Wybell.
Bill Wybell? No. Do you remember him? And do you remember his daughter? his daughter.
Is this are you doing your mother?
I'm doing my mother. Yes.
I'm your mother.
Oh, so
All right, I'll do it.
But my mother, she would say,
Okay,
you know-
ready? Hi, Scott. Do you remember Bill Wybell?
"Yeah, no."
You know his daughter?
Yeah, his daughter Tracy.
Tracy.
Right.
She
Bill
is
died.
now.
Bill died.
Bill died.
It's always someone died
Right.
that I don't really know.
Bill died. Your father and I are going to the Shiva.
Right,
But
exactly.
his daughter, Tracy's your age.
You were in preschool with her.
Yeah, you were in
Okay.
preschool. And she's very attractive.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Mom. Okay, I don't
And
remember
she's
her.
successful.
Okay, I don't.
So we're going to go over there. Do you want me to sneak a picture?
Listen, give them my condolences. Bring back some black and white cookies. But it's just like a lot of those phone calls were just
Right.
like, yeah, someone from the shul died, and we have to play
Right.
Shiva.
Now, did you
And then
ever ask
stuff-
them for money?
They give me the money. I don't have to. I come
Wow,
home and it'd be
that's
like, here's
amazing.
20. And every time I go to the train, here's $20. I take 40. You have to have cash in your wallet.
Yeah, yeah.
Dad, I
That's
don't
very-
want it.
yeah.
I want to do this on my own.
Right.
I really was adamant about
Just
that.
take it.
Just
Just
take
take it.
it. You know, even now, my mom's like, it's like I got this Bed Bath and Beyond gift
Right.
certificate for doing some charity thing, and my mom's like, I actually could use that. I'm like, Mom, just take the gift certificate. I'll pay you back. You don't have to pay me back. Just take it. I'll forward you the gift certificate. So, she
Yeah, she's a
she
Jew.
wants to pay me back for this stuff.
So all right, so you're like, I'm going to move to LA. Do
Yeah,
you
so I
tell
got-
your parents that you're moving to LA?
Well, I was.
Now, so they have one kid in Scotland,
Yeah,
or
they
not
don't want.
yet.
They don't want me moving in LA.
Right.
Obviously.
I don't want you moving to
Because
LA.
then both their kids are out
Scott,
of New
please
York.
don't move to LA.
But Mom, I went out there, and I think there's an opportunity there. I could start my show.
But Scott,
there.
I have multiple
I
sclerosis.
know, but that
I need you here.
I can't help you with that.
I need to know that you're close.
We could FaceTime. It's just like I'm there. It's a 5-hour flight.
Marty, it's Scott.
When Marta gets on the phone from the other room.
Yeah.
They're both on the
What's
phone.
your
the
mother's
same line.
name?
Toby.
Marty,
Toby's estate.
Toby, Marty.
Marty and
Listen,
Toby.
Scott's on the phone saying he's moving to Los Angeles.
Hello. I went to LA to do Running Late, and I fell in love with it. Do you like LA? No, we talked about
I
this.
do.
think.
No, I like LA. Here's how I put it. I lived there in the 90s. This is how I describe LA. So when I lived in LA,
All American Girl.
yeah, I did All American Girl, and then I did another sitcom that never aired. All right. So when I lived in LA, when I lived in LA and I came home to New York. All right, no, this is how I'll do it. When I lived in LA and NYPD Blue was on TV and I'd
Bosco.
see the opening credits, I'd get really sad.
Oh.
I'd really miss New York. When I was in New York and like LA Law opening credits came on, I was like, that's how I describe it.
TV show opening.
Yeah, I was
credits.
like, all right, it was fun. It's fun. It's not, but I had about
So you don't have the pangs for it. You don't miss
right.
It,
but I liked it.
but the sun and
it's
the
now
Blazers-
gotten way worse because you cannot get anywhere. There's the fucking traffic
stand
is
still.
horrible.
Yeah, but I think the quality of life is better out there. Don't you
Yes,
agree?
absolutely. I go
We could be podcasting from the
definitely
beach.
outside.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of tennis, hiking.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
So I did the show out there. I did like 10 shows between February and May of 2017. And
Right.
I said, you know what? They were like sellouts, and we had Joe Manganiello, Weird Al Yankovic, I had Ben Schwartz. I had
Wow.
Andy Kindler. I had like all my Sklar brothers, all the Jews in showbiz were
Yeah.
there. And I thought, this is it. Like I want to do my show
Right.
here, get better guests out here.
right.
So I said, let me do it. I moved into my apartment, and then HQ. I got HQ. And I'm like,
Okay. No, that we're not just gutting to HQ.
well, we got to get there
You move out-
because I got to go back to HQ. So.
I know, and we're almost done.
Okay.
So you get you had one last audition. Were you packed?
Packed already. No, I wasn't that, but I had made plans. I gave up my apartment. I sublet it,
Right.
and I was living back home. And I was. I
Yeah,
figured,
you moved
I figured
back
I
with
was
your
gonna-
parents.
What I was going to do was I was going to stay. I was going to take the summer off from New York City, so to speak,
Right.
and like maybe do some traveling
Right.
and like just not pay rent, move back home, save some money,
Right.
and then move to LA in
Right.
September, October.
Okay.
Like I was,
So you go on this audition.
so I go on the audition and I get it.
Like, did you think you got it?
I thought it was like all right, I mean, I rarely audition. I just
Right.
don't, not because people give me jobs, just because
Right.
I don't think of myself as an actor,
Right.
and I don't like it.
So you had no idea it was going to
I
become
had
this
no
huge
idea.
motherfucking.
It's like a fucking app show. What? It's like, because I've been joking to myself all these years because of the way that media has gone. We've become
Right.
so fractionalized. I mean, sitcom. No one does sitcoms anymore.
Right,
I mean,
right.
You were on a sitcom in the 90s. Like, that's like that. Like,
Right.
You probably made a shit ton of money. It was like everyone's talking
Right.
about it. Now you get a sitcom and nobody even knows.
Right,
It's on
no
the
one
TV.
gives a shit. There's
Now
8
it's like,
billion TV
I'm on a
shows.
gas station TV.
Right.
I'm on a taxi TV.
Right.
Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, elevator TV.
Right.
That's what I'm gunning for.
Right.
So I was like thinking to myself, like, let me get elevator TV. That'll be my big break.
Right.
And this app show comes along. I'm like, oh, great. This is even a step below.
Right.
But it ended up being bigger than all this
Huge.
stuff. So,
Fucking huge. And now they have another person who hosts. I
well,
saw
I mean,
a woman
they,
hosting.
They have, substitute.
I don't
guests.
want them to substitute, Scott.
Someone has
I
to.
don't want you taking the night off. Well, I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
And you're such a nice guy, so it's like it's perfect for you.
Yeah, and I'm really
But,
not letting it. I mean, I totally agree about staying, humble, so to speak. I just think it's
Because
fun.
it can end tomorrow.
Of course,
But
and I
you
know
said-
how transient it all is.
Oh
and I
my
know-
God. That's what people start believing this shit.
Oh
and
my
it's like,
God.
oh my God, it's a fucking job and you're lucky. Luck has a lot to do with it.
Dude,
and
I'm loving it. Like, I'm leaning into it. Like, I got invited. Some random couple invited me to their wedding.
no
on
way.
Sunday.
Are you
I got an
going?
invitation. I went. I got
Jew?
an invitation. Yes, they were. Best
What?
type of Jewish wedding. The man converted for the woman.
Wow.
Yes, this kid. He goes, "Yeah, I moved you from Indiana 6 years ago," and I'm like, "Oh, you became a Jew. Your mother's worst nightmare." Can you imagine? You grew up in Indiana
Right.
and you
And
moved to
then
New York City.
and
My
become-
son's becoming Jewish.
That's
like
hilarious.
the worst thing could possibly happen to some Indiana family.
But do you have women all over you too?
I have Jewish. Yes, I have women around me. All over. I'm not saying all
Scott,
over me,
it's Toby.
but it's
I
that's-
need you to marry a
I
Jew.
don't want.
Right.
I don't want to. That's what I'm also like.
Right. Just everything just
Everything in moderation.
Right.
I get a lot of flattering emails
Do you
and messages.
and
I
you
don't
you
answer
walk
most
down
of
the
them.
street and
I
you
walk down the
get
street. I get hey HQ guy.
right.
Sometimes
Right.
but it's not overwhelming and it's all good. Like everyone's friendly about it. I take all the photos. So I crashed this wedding basically. I showed up at this wedding and they're freaking out.
They didn't pay
These
you?
people were super fans. No.
Right.
They like walked down the aisle to the HQ theme song.
No
basically.
fucking way.
Like, yeah, they were.
Did they ever win? No one ever fucking wins.
No, but they and it was just so fun.
and
to
it's
see
like
them
$1
all.
if you win, right?
Exactly, but it's just people. I don't know. I mean, people. The way I look at it is like people watch Colbert and Kimmel, and they
Right.
don't give out money.
Right.
I like to think like I'm putting on a show, and people
Right,
watch for
and
the entertainment value. People watch Jeopardy. They don't win when you
Right.
watch Jeopardy.
That's true. You actually got in a little bit of trouble
I did.
there because you did an interview,
Oh yeah. Well,
And
I
then-
didn't get in trouble.
right? But you're not supposed to. It's
That
like
was-
they kind of own you ish.
Well, this is like old news. I mean,
Right.
it's
But the
changed since then.
the fans love you.
They're fans. Fans
Yeah.
are fans. Yeah.
Now, Scott, I always ask 2 questions on my podcast. All
You've
right.
asked way more than 2.
You're so cute. Am I going to win tonight? I'm going
Is
to
that
whatever.
one of the questions?
No.
You probably won't.
No. Have you ever met a winner?
Oh yeah. I mean,
And how do they get their money? Do they Venmo it?
PayPal.
Oh, PayPal. I fucking hate PayPal because
it's
my
all-
kids use my
all
account, so I don't
terrible.
even know. They're like, "Mommy, you have a lot of money in PayPal." I'm like, "Great," because you fucking are selling used shirts.
On eBay.
All right. So, I think I know the answer. I don't think you've. Have you ever been on antidepressants or?
No.
I knew it.
You knew it, really?
Yeah, we're very pro mental health.
I'm pro. Like, well, I mean, truthfully, I don't think I've ever been like clinically depressed.
Right.
We
You're
all
lucky.
get down about stuff. I know. I mean, I've had depressive moods and
Right,
bouts,
yeah,
certainly.
you've been down.
Yeah, you're down, and I'm like more existentially
Right.
exhausted.
right.
Where I just go like, what the fuck are we doing? What's
Right.
the point of all this?
Right.
Who cares about age? Who cares about anything?
Right.
Our world's on fire. Everyone's horrible. Everything sucks.
Oh God, it's Henry again.
Oh
I'm
my
done.
God, this is like, yeah.
So he calls me
He
800
calls you,
times
so
a day.
it's his fault.
Right.
Wow. But so I get in those situations, but I've never, I've been in therapy a little bit.
That's good.
Yeah. I had a life coach, life coach.
No, you didn't.
Well, I mean,
do you
she-
think that helped?
she's
Was she
like-
Jewish?
She was Jewish.
Yeah.
I think. She, I guess therapy because she's not like trained.
I know
Where does this
I
life
could
coach
be a
thing
life
stuff?
coach.
Exactly. But she, it wasn't Freudian analysis. It
Right.
was just more like, let's talk about some stuff, and it was cool. It was good. I sort of stopped going because I just got like too busy and things are sort of good right now.
I know. Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
It doesn't last forever.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully it will.
But
But
like, she helped me like fire my first manager.
that's
and,
awesome.
like,
I can't fire anyone.
yeah, I mean, it was
I'm
things
really
like
bad.
that and like some women's stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's therapy.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
What pisses you off more than anything in the entire world? Like that makes you fucking crazy. You don't seem like a guy who gets mad though.
I get furious.
You do?
Yeah, at many little things. I mean, honest to God, I'm holding an iced coffee that I just paid $7.40.
Oh, fuck that shit.
And
It's coffee.
And honestly, and look, I know this is like the hackiest material
Right.
ever because it's been talked about for 20 years. But I only started drinking coffee a couple years ago,
Right.
and I don't even drink it that much. I only do iced mochas. That's
Right.
all I do.
Right.
Because I like chocolate.
Right.
So it's
Same.
mostly chocolate. And it's like I'm looking at the thing, and I'm going, it's a hot day. I'll get an iced coffee, and then it's $7.50. And then I'm looking at the other stand, which is like a fruit, smoothie
Right.
thing. I'm going, for $8,
Right.
$8.50, I can get a berry blast,
Right.
with like antioxidants,
Right.
and vitamins, and like,
Right.
and meanwhile, I look at those smoothie places, and I go, well, that's too fucking expensive too.
Right.
They're all too expensive. But if I'm going to do it, why am I getting coffee, which really has no health benefits? It's all sugar and chocolate.
I know, but
I
it's
should
so
be doing
good.
an acai bowl. Like that's what I should spend my money on.
But I don't know. I think we're gonna live forever. These people are gonna live forever.
But I'm probably, you know what, Judy? I'm gonna tell you, this is history. I'm never getting an iced coffee again.
Really?
I'm never buying
Oh
one
my
again.
God!
This
You heard
did
it here first.
You heard it here. 'Cause also, I buy the thing in the
But you
supermarket.
can make it at home.
Yeah, you buy it for $7. For $7, you can get a whole jug of
Right.
it. And
You can
pour it
get
myself.
a pound of coffee for $7.99.
Yeah, and yeah, but I'm not gonna grind coffee. Come
Oh,
on.
I do.
But so a thing that pissed me off the most. I mean, truthfully, the way we treat the planet is probably
horrible,
the biggest one.
horrible,
It's
horrible.
probably the biggest one. That's like,
Yes.
I mean, from like Scott Pruitt and dismantling the EPA,
Oh, my
all that
God.
shit, to like the blowout, the under the horizon in the Gulf
Yeah.
of Mexico.
Oh, yeah,
5
yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
that was one of the lowest moments of my life, Judy.
Right.
Watching that remember that daily footage?
Yes.
24/7 of just the blowout.
I know.
and the oil just going into the ocean.
Oh God, I can't.
And I'm transfixed, and I'm going, oh great, we're like just watching in real time us poison our ocean.
Right.
All the fish dying, all the birds
It's
getting caught up.
horrible.
Every oil spill.
It's it's fucking sad.
It's disgusting, and it's
Yeah.
all for profit and greed.
Yep.
And we're literally.
And you think that drilling into the fucking
drilling,
earth
and
is
every
not
time,
gonna?
every time a pipeline gets passed
Right.
over a Native Americans' land,
Yeah,
every
I can't.
time they start opening lands in the Alaska to drill,
Right.
like every time some fucking story comes out like that, and then we're the whole what they did to the electric car, the whole industry, like every story you read about greedy capitalist pigs.
Right.
Just like saying, no, we want to rape the land,
Right,
because
right.
we make money
Me,
off
me,
it.
me, 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 me,
yeah,
me, yeah.
I'm gonna literally rape Mother Earth.
Right.
That to me is just atrocious. Overfishing, overforesting, unsustainability. I mean, so yeah, I that is my button. That pushes me the
It's
most.
really sad, and I look at my kids and I feel really bad.
And because you look at your kids. I mean, think about my future kids. I just think
Right.
about. I truly don't think we're going to have a viable planet in 50 years. And I know
I
that this
know.
is a crisis that every generation faces. In the 70s,
no,
they
but
were saying this.
But I've seen it over my, since
yeah,
I'm a kid.
we're-
And I'm 55. I've seen it since I'm a kid change drastically. I can't imagine how bad it's going to.
We're seeing, these extreme weather events.
Oh,
like
please.
that's going to be,
And there's no seasons.
Yeah, no seasons anymore. The weather becomes it's 80 degrees one day, 20 degrees the next
Right.
day. What is happening? But those are, it's
really
it's
bad.
truly scary. It's truly scary. And then of course the billionaires idea. Well, let's go to colonize Mars.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Go fuck yourself.
yeah.
God,
The
I
planet
love you.
really it's the inequality. It's like the inequality in
And
this, in this world. And
disrespect.
disrespect, and the lack of empathy for fellow
Right.
people. That is I don't know what to say. But
God,
then-
you're such a good person. He's such a good person.
I
Toby and Maudie.
But then the helplessness of it all. That
right,
also is what
right,
gets
because
me
you
mad.
can't, and people don't care. And
People
look
don't
who your
care.
president is.
Right.
All right, you gotta go.
Mhm.
All right, you're gonna go back now. What is your? Just tell me before you leave. What's your day like at HQ?
Well,
Do you look up the
I
questions?
have to masturbate for the next 2 hours after this. This just
Yeah,
just to
okay.
release all the
That's
sexual
fine.
tension built up
I
here.
know. God damn it.
Just take a few cold showers and then get back in that booth and start asking some trivia questions.
But do you prepare? Like, do you?
yeah, I prepare.
The beginning part.
Yeah.
And then who writes all the questions?
The questions are written by a team of writers.
Right. And then do you go over your stand-up in the
I
beginning
go
with
over,
them?
No, I write all that.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And how long does it take to prepare per show?
A couple hours.
And you have an office?
Yeah.
God damn it, you're successful.
It's nice. It's
And
a
what
good
time do you have to
situation.
get up in the morning?
I mean, I need to be there for a 1:00 meeting. I try to get
You
there
meet
around,
with the writers.
Yeah, we kind of
And
go over
they're-
the quiz for the day,
Right.
but I'd like to get there around 12. you know.
Okay. And then
There's
you
free
work
lunch.
on your opening.
Yeah,
Then they have
Go through it.
wardrobe for you.
wardrobe. I just pick out, I
Green
dress
screen.
myself.
Right, green
I
screen.
can't get into the specifics, Judy.
God damn it. And then do
They actually
you...
launch me into space. We do it from low orbit.
I love it.
Mhm.
And then do you ever say, no, I'm not asking that question?
Yeah, sometimes if they think it's a bad question or poorly
Right.
written, we'll that's part of the meeting. We talk about it. But they're
It's great.
yeah, it's great. It's a great team. We're making a lot of new changes. There's going to be a lot of exciting new features coming out.
Good.
So I'm
That's
excited
exciting.
about that.
And as when you're the star of a show, the whole attitude of the show is really based around the star. As you can see with Trump, who's the quote unquote star of, and everyone's a fucking asshole.
The American Horror Story.
Right. So now I'm sure everyone is having the best time because you're the star.
Everyone being
The people that work
people
there.
work there.
Yeah.
I think there's. I hope I'm instilling some of that. But the culture is people bring their own culture to it. I mean, there are a lot of funny people who work there, and a lot of
Is everyone really young?
everyone's probably 20s, 30s. Yeah, we probably
So I can't
don't
get a
have
job
anybody over 40. Actually,
Great. I fucking hate
now
you.
that I think about it.
Great. That's great. All right. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you. This is great.
Say hi to Toby and
I
Marty.
will.
And Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Hey.
Hey, and as we always say, so long.
So long.
And everything was wonderful. I'll see you soon. Thank you for the visit. So long.